film Delhi Files, the Kashmir Files filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri has shared some details finally on the next film. He has said that the movie will show the dark chapter of Indian history, and the movie will also tell the truth of Tamil Nadu. It will include several episodes from Mughals to British and modern times. Now, this is a big revelation, remember, because Vivek Agnihotri had hinted earlier that he's coming up with a new movie, but finally today we are breaking on Republic what this movie will be all about.
See, the thing is, history should be evidence and fact-based. It should not be narrative-based. In India, the problem is that a lot of people write history based on the narrative or their political agenda. And the political agenda of India mostly has been the Western secular agenda. And therefore, the great Hindu civilization is always ignored, and it is made to believe that we are weak people and everything we have learned is from the Western rulers or the invaders. That's why it is wrong.
Sir, I was born in 1983. But what happened in 1983, I read only books which is there. But how do you see some visuals, reason behind the politics, they are manipulated or the narratives are becoming harm? How do you see in 1984?
See, the problem is, it's a dark chapter of Indian history, very dark chapter. The way the entire Punjab terrorism situation was handled was inhuman. And it was purely from vote bank politics, and that's why terrorism was cultivated by the Congress party in Punjab. First they created it, then they destroyed it, then they killed lots of innocent people, thousands of innocent people, and they covered it up. Till date there has been no justice. What can be worse than that? But if the history is taught to people, the facts are told to people, then people stand up and they seek justice, and that's when the governments bend down.
So the last one is, I am from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Even if someone asks, what is the capital of India? I would say Delhi. Everyone will say, but Delhi Files. Can I have a little more, a little clue how it's going to be back like it? Because Kashmir Files, everyone, even in Tamil Nadu, I came to know what is real happening. That one.
Delhi Files will tell you lots of truths about Tamil Nadu also. So this is it's not about Delhi. It just shows how Delhi has been destroying Bharat for so many years.
Political, the people
who rule the country in Delhi, how they destroy everything, right from Mughal kings to the British
Okay, joining me live on the phone line is Abhishek, my colleague from Delhi. Abhishek, now finally we have a hint about what this movie is going to be about. Vivek Agnihotri has himself said that many truths will be revealed in this movie.
Well, Priyanka, so Vivek Agnihotri bang on when he says that history has been narrative-oriented rather than fact-oriented in India since independence. So from the time of Humayun Kabir to Irfan Habib now or Romila Thapar, there have been essentially leftist historians who have put a certain narrative, certain agenda, certain political spin to historical developments, particularly of the medieval and modern Indian history. So I think Vivek Agnihotri, as he did with the Kashmir Files, a certain aspect of the story which has been hushed. So with the case of Delhi, and also we have Narayan Tirupati joining us. He's the official spokesperson of BJP Tamil Nadu State. Welcome, Mr. Narayan Tirupati. Vivek Agnihotri, the filmmaker, says that he would be now making a film on Delhi Files, essentially about 1984, but which would also delve on the facts of Tamil Nadu history, modern recent history also.
No, he is welcome to take a film on that. Freedom of expression is there. This is a democratic country. What is wrong in Vivek Agnihotri saying this? He has come out with a beautiful film called The Kashmiri Files. The same way, it should expose people. Cinema is also a medium of, medium of expression. So, 100% we welcome Mr. Agnihotри's, proposal, project.
Right. And is there a suggestion that we are also joined by Vikraman? Mr. Vikraman, he is a spokesperson of the VCK. Mr. Vikraman, Kashmir, Delhi, and now Tamil Nadu. You think recent history? Okay, we have dropped Mr. Vikraman there. But Mr. Narayan Tirupati, you think this is right time to tell the facts about the recent Tamil Nadu politics as well?
No, there are a lot of movies which are already told about Tamil Nadu, but as far as Tamil Nadu film industry is concerned, the last 50 years they have given a lot of lies and myths and fraudulently, creating history. All these things are happening. If definitely Mr. Agnihotri is going to come out with facts and figures, we welcome it.
All right. So Mr. Vikraman is now joined us of the VCK party. Mr. Vikraman, filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri there saying that just the way he has pulled out certain facts of Kashmir which were hushed in recent memory, he is going to make a film on Delhi riots of 1984, and then he is going to make a film on Tamil Nadu as well. You think it is time that the true facts of Tamil Nadu vis-a-vis Sri Lanka were also told?
Anybody and everybody is free to make and express and then what will the freedom of expression as in the Constitution. But there is a reasonable restriction to it. So if Mr. Agni is Vivek Agnihotri, who has attempted to create external tension by releasing a film called Kashmir.
All right, so some issue with the audio there. We couldn't get Mr. Vikraman properly, but then what he was saying was that everyone is entitled to their views and there should be no restrictions. Obviously, essentially, this is about freedom of speech, but at the same time, freedom of speech which respects all views and not pushes one particular agenda. Vivek Agnihotri there, as I was mentioning, has pulled out the Kashmiri Pandit parts of the Kashmir Valley story, and he wants to do it now in the case of Delhi riots of 1980, Delhi's anti-Sikh violence of 1984, as also on Tamil Nadu's recent politics in Sri Lanka.